And so we return back to the Norselands, north of wherever on the large village, grown over the last 10 years, prospered. Since the mist cleared, everything's almost set into place. The woods are beginning to nourish and grow. The people coming from the west and the south, almost like a golden age for the town of Hackenholm, with the death of the Jarl and taking place of a new one, a relative, of course. The city, town, has never been better. But alas, back in the woods, a number of Cainites still claim their lands, although shared by day, but at night, many fear to tread there. Even the strange hut on the side of the land seem distant, segregated almost. The town has grown off more to the the east. The woods keeping their clear borders to the west. Many new pathways, many new trails, caravans, everything else has joined. Alas, many things have happened over the last 10 years and many advances. But tonight, however, Ulrich, you awaken. You tell me
Yeah.
where, how, what, and whatever the fuck.
Oracle rolled over in the stone bed that he stays in the hut ever since she told him that maybe the tree is a bit unsafe and it was those big doe eyes he couldn't really say no, could he? He rolls over, shrugging off his shoulders, probably putting on his boots, putting on, throwing over a fur coat. He kind of just stretches his body out uncomfortably because he still doesn't like sleeping on stone. It's just not the same, even though he could sleep easily in the ground now. She asked him to stay. He's not going to say no. So as he stretches out, he kind of cracks his knuckles again from side to side, and there's like a loud crack out of his body as he stretches. Very, again, very, very flexible. Sort of scans around the room, letting out a breath. Probably fixing his, gear, his axe to his side, his bow to across his one shoulder, and hauling up everything. He'll begin to make his way slowly, carefully up those fucking stairs.
Well, as you make your way out the stone room, almost, it's only small. It's still got that weird pop thing in the middle. She's never really fully described it to you. It's just it's some way that she uses to tell the time, although it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't make sense because there's no sunlight. But either way, is she knows how it works, and that's what matters, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You make your way through the little. I say little. It is a very short hallway, about a good 3, 4 feet, almost like an extended archway. That's what it is into the other actual bottom room, full of the bookcases and the more roots coming through the dirt walls that have been kind of patted down for a good like internal structure, an underground structure, wooden slats holding it up. You see, sat in the chair down to the side, a young woman, yeah, markings on her face and such, her hair tied in a messy braid, but she looks at you.
Look at her.
She
Kind of
smiles.
nods. Just kind of nod to her. Evening, Renault.
Uh, Evening.
Rubs a bit of his face. Is she still here?
She kind of blinks at you for a minute. No, 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 no. Miss Sala went out.
Do you know where?
I believe she went to get a package.
Package.
She wouldn't tell me.
Just nods once again, watching her sputter and stumble, just staring at her. All right. Anything I need to know about?
Uh, uh, and she thinks for a minute. She could see the cogs turning, the eyes kind of darting around. It's not unusual for
Yeah, he takes it in
to do
stride.
this.
He's noticed he's a bit fucking twitchy anyway, so he just takes it in stride.
She and she clicks back up. Uh, Sif. No, Aaron said Sif was looking for you. Yeah, that's right.
All right. Just nods to her.
And uh, apparently there's another caravan coming through the night.
Another one.
Yeah, she
When did
nods.
when did it arrive?
It's not. I don't think it's here yet. It's supposed to be bringing uh extra food.
I'm gonna say this right now. Did it approve? Do we know about it? Was this a sanctioned thing, or is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
someone
yeah.
trying to come through?
Oh, no. It's not. It's
Slow,
for the.
slow down. Say it slowly.
She takes in a breath. The Jarl is preparing a large feast. Halfdan had it ordered to come through to make sure that everyone is catered for.
I see. Say no more. Just nods to her. All right. He just hauls up his stuff. Keep an eye out for a little blonde woman, Saskia. She's wandering out by here. If she is, when Miss Sala comes back, tell her.
She nods and she, being underground, she stands up.
Eric just moves past her, you know what I mean? Not like rushing past her, but just the cat is trying to slowly walk past her. She doesn't frighten the poor thing.
No, as you walk past her, you can, you know, like that sense of she's walking behind you, and you can hear her like that odd bit of panting and stuff as she's struggling a bit.
Looks over his shoulder. You all right?
She's she walks with a limp.
Here. He'll hold out his hand
She reaches out and takes it.
for the stairs.
I have trouble with the stairs.
I do too. Mom, we'll do it together.
Yeah, and you can see her. Yeah, you know that she limps quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You've never really had a chance to examine the leg. It is the left leg that she limps with, but it's something under there.
He'll take note of it, and he'll help her slowly. He'll help her and help himself slowly up those stairs, like one step at a time.
And eventually, yeah, you come to the top, and it's very much a similar layout to how it was before. The kind of mock bed. This is where I sleep. Not.
Lol. He'll come out to the normal area and he'll turn and look at her. You sure you don't want me to look at your leg?
It. If that is what you wish.
What do you wish?
Uh,
I can help. Or at least I can get someone who can. If it's something that's a quick, easy fix, at least let me take a look at it.
and she nods, and she'll sit down on the bed.
You'll kneel down. Kind of wait for her to do her thing, like whatever she needs to get comfortable and all that. He doesn't rush her or anything.
And she rolls up the leg. So not the leg. She doesn't roll up the leg. That'd be awful. She rolls up. She rolls up her trousers, kind of rags that are covering it. You can see the leg, and if you'd like to roll me an intelligence medicine.
I can. I can do
Can.
that. Yeah. 5 dice for that. 2 successes. I got a 9, and 10, 8, and a 1.
You know what would be useful?
What?
If I was actually in Discord. I knew I was forgetting something. I was like, oh, I've got all my characters ready. I'm sure I've got all this right. Nope, it's Discord.
Damn your Discord.
Give me a minute. But with two successes, just let me see it. Sweet, yeah. With two successes, you look at the leg and you don't see any clear markings or anything. You know, you see the few scratches and scars. You know, as everybody has, rough and tumbles. Nothing major there. And you start to, well, tell me, do you feel the
He'll
muscle?
Yeah, he'll check the muscle first, very gently, like even testing, like getting her to move the leg out, like watching the joints move, and he'll run his hand along to see if there's any like internal breakages or anything like that. He's very, very gentle.
You, from ever since you've known, it's not long. She is quite a new ghoul. She's always had that bit of a limp, always has, but you never really had a chance to check it. But now having full, like, I guess, disclosure to look at the whole damn thing, you trace your hands over the top of the shin bone, uh, pressing down the muscles. You go down to the Achilles, testing that. It all seems fine, but then you go to the knee. The knee itself, it's you can feel there's like some damp, like wear there, almost like an elderly person would have. You know, the wear in the knees there, they like not crack a little bit, but kind of you can even feel it as she moves. It's like the grinding underneath.
Yeah, it's like the cartilage has been worn down. Yeah.
And you go up to the thigh and you press on the thigh a bit, and she doesn't react. And you do it again, and with two successes, you can tell it's like it's muscle death in the thigh.
He'll frown and look up at her. Renault, has it always been like this?
She nods,
Since you were young?
nods again.
Hmm. Has it affected anywhere else in your body or just this leg?
Just like
And it has always been just like this, or has it grown worse over time?
it's uh, it's uh,
It's all right. You can tell me.
it's some good days, some bad days.
Okay. Nod slowly. I want you to go down to the healer. Should be one down the village and get her to get you some oils for your leg that might reduce the pain. I'll talk to Miss Sala. See what we can do.
She, it's not.
Reno, I'm telling you, go down to the village, get some oils. And I'll talk to Sala. I'll talk to Helena. It's no big deal. But you can't very well help Helena if you're limping around the place, can you?
She told me to stay here.
All right, well, I'll have someone go down for you.
She nods.
But I'll have a talk with Helena when she's back. Okay?
Okay.
Just give her a reassuring smile and gently kind of stand up, like ease up. And you just kind of nod to her and start walking out, making his way into the woods to go to the animal shelter thing he built for the little spring, because she's looking for him.
All right. So you make your way out. The woods itself always been a lot greener ever since that night. Fresh air almost. Even at the night times, you can still smell the fresh air. It's good. It's how the wild should feel like. It's what you've missed from all your time traveling. But this is what it should feel like. Your wilds. Your territory. Not anyone else's. Not even inflicted by a plague or anything else. Just yours. You make your way out to the large clearing in the trees. It's that kind of circular area in the middle, that den you built for her, and the kind of humped against the side of a tree. You see again already the assortment of animals, many deer and stags, a few wolves kind of lying down, birds and such kind of just flicking around in the nests up at the trees. So kind of generally around. And one person you do spot straight away, uh, resting against the side of the tree, his head lying against it, kind of almost mumbling to himself. Is Aaron.
Oracle leaning against one of the trees and folds his arms and let out a whistle over at Aaron.
Oh, hmm. He kind of jumps up with his arms, like, at the ready.
It's good to see everybody's reacting.
He whirls around. His back was to you. You look at him. He's kind of scraggly, a bit rough and tumbled, covered in rags. He's got those like bits of markings on his forehead, almost like they've been carved in. Reacting. Don't worry, I've trained my senses.
I bet. Civ was looking for me.
Oh, yes, little one. She's searching for you. She wanted something.
She wanted something.
Yes. Oh, yes. She wanted something.
How long ago was she here?
He folds his hands over himself. The two index fingers kind of steepled up as he touches them to his lips. Mm. We see the moss has grown, says, and the moon's height a short while ago. But I'll get her. I'll get her for you. Yes.
All right. He'll look at him smiling slowly.
Excellent. And he turns and starts scampering off, like high knees, kind of like lifts up the robes that he's wearing, and kind of like the high knee run where he's like dodging, trying not to stamp on things. And what you can see, he's cautiously, from what you can tell, trying not to step on anything that's not grass, essentially. So like the little bits of weeds, wildflowers, even like little saplings and such, he's dodging them with lightning proficiency, in fact. He kind of scampers off behind the hut.
Work just stares, shaking his head. That one is moon mad, I swear. Nick probably would just sit watching the animals, like waiting, essentially looking up at the sky.
As you do, he comes back, much in the same practice of what he was doing. Dodging around. You see him dancing over the things and such. And he kind of rolls up next to you.
Couldn't find her?
Oh no, she's coming.
Just nods, okay. Did you find me lilies?
Lilies. What color?
White.
Oh, white. I shall ask. Yes.
Okay, ask. Just nod like, all right, buddy.
And he begins to crawl, kind of shuffling through the ground. Again, you see him even he stops and moves his knees not to tread on any weeds or saplings. So he crawls up to a log of a tree and, very much like in the picture, rests against one of the roots and kind of hugs it.
Yeah, Oric just tilts his head like a fucking bird watching him. Like, what in the world?
And he kind of traces his head, like the side of his head where his ear is, along the tree roots, and you see him close his eyes and wonderful. And he gets up and starts scampering off.
Oric again
towards the river.
Follows his gaze, is watching him as he sprints away, just staring, with this kind of like confused bird expression, like, okay, buddy, you go do that.
You coming out from the den, as you see Sif. She comes running out. a smile
Yeah.
on her face. You know,
You probably see Oryx just like, okay, buddy, you're going, oh, like randomly looking over, then that confused look in his face.
she comes running, and as she does, the animals all turn and look at her. She doesn't pay them any attention. She comes running up to you, smiling.
Blinks a few times. Hello, little spring.
Hello.
Oh, you're look, you're getting so grown up looking.
Well, she kind of twirls the bit of dress that she's wearing. She's not actually in the rags anymore. It's quite a decently well made dress and such.
I do miss the blanket pile that you used to hide yourself in.
I still have the blanket pile.
I know. I just miss you sitting around like a hedgehog stuck.
It's spring. It's
I
getting
know.
warmer.
I know. I miss it.
Got to
So,
enjoy it.
so I was amused watching you trying to flail around the place. Smirks.
And she smiles and but Aaron got it for me.
Bet he did. Did he ask the trees?
Probably.
Takes that and just goes, okay. He is a bit moon mad, isn't he?
Isn't he delightful?
If that's what you call it.
Why wouldn't you call it that?
Just call it odd, but if you find it endearing, I'm not going to give out to you.
Oh,
I mean,
Why-
it's not a bad thing.
why is it odd?
You don't see many of the humans being like us.
Well, that's why chose him.
I know, it's just, it takes some getting used to. It's all. I didn't say it was a bad thing. It's just,
You said it was odd.
it is odd.
It's not
We
a
don't,
positive thing to describe people with.
we don't even speak to the trees the way he does.
What's wrong with that?
I'm
He's
just
in tune with nature. Smiles.
smile and shake his head. I'm sure he is, and I'm glad he makes you happy. I heard you were looking for me.
I was.
What's the problem?
Why does there have to be a problem?
There's always a problem when you're looking for me. You grin at her slyly.
Just because I'm looking for you, I might just wanted a conversation.
Okay then. Leans back quite comfortably. I mean, judging by the way Reno sounded, you sounded pretty urgent. So I just came as quickly as I could.
Maybe it's an important conversation.
Fire away.
I saw something the other day.
You did? What'd you see?
Something we haven't seen in a while.
Okay.
Wings?
His brows furrow. Wings.
Wings?
Like
I-
this.
Didn't get a very good look. It would move too quick, but definitely wings.
Where?
Dude, where do you normally see wings?
No, like what part of the forest you see it in?
The very south.
South. You tell anyone else?
I told Aaron.
Just nods to himself. He's like, good, you didn't tell Bjorn. Type of look. Anything else you see apart from wings?
Not really. It's like, it's wings. Could have been anything, but I have an idea, and
And what's your idea?
it's that big thing we saw a long time ago.
You think it's back?
I don't think it ever really left.
I should talk to Tira then.
It did things.
I know it did.
Half the town,
I know. I know.
and then just disappeared.
Yeah. I know, Sif, I know.
makes me wonder that, you know, it's almost like it's just been waiting.
I'll talk to Tira. I don't trust it as much as you do, so it's something we should at least keep alert on. I don't want to antagonize it.
I've sent some birds out.
Okay.
At least try and find something.
Just be careful.
Be careful of what?
Remember the last time we sent birds out to investigate something like this? Be careful.
I'm not as careless.
I know you're not. But it's always good to be reminded of caution.
And she nods.
Let me talk to Tira as well. It's better she at least has some understanding of it. We can talk. Figure out some things. If that is really the case, then we know that it's something to keep an eye on. We can keep an eye on the villages.
Yeah. She where she usually is.
It's nonce. You seen Saskia?
No.
Civ
What?
stands up.
Looks up.
I know that tone. Folds arms.
I haven't seen her.
Civ.
I haven't seen her.
You sure?
Yes.
I'm peeing the fuck out of
You
that.
need the fuck out of that.
I'm peeing the fuck out of that.
She's gonna try and resist. Because she may or may not be lying.
Phew. Oh,
Oh.
just nods to himself? Okay. Alright then. I worry about her being so close to Hackle.
I know. I haven't seen her though.
Just nods to himself. Alright then, alright. She didn't bat an eyelid when her father died.
She didn't.
Shakes his head.
I'll keep an eye out for her.
Just nods. I worry.
I know.
Maybe it's my fault.
It's not your fault.
Rubs the back of his head. Maybe it's...
No. It's not. We can't always be fully responsible for how the child turn out.
But a good father leads by example.
It does.
Just rubs the back of his head, looking down.
But you're a sire. There is a difference.
Is there?
There is.
I'm not gonna be Neve, Civ.
There is a difference, though. Think about it.
I know. But I don't want to be a sire.
And she just nods.
I'd rather be a father.
Yeah.
She needs to learn not to hate everything. She needs to learn. I'm afraid to teach her the ways that I know. Because it might break her. But I'm worried if I don't teach her, she'll just end up something far worse.
A lot of responsibility.
Yeah, it is. That's why I'm keeping an eye on you, madam.
Me
Mm-hmm.
kind of frowns.
Don't you go getting excited and embracing the master of the wild.
What's that supposed to mean?
I want you growing up on me too fast.
Kind of raises an eyebrow.
What? Smiles a bit.
Well, I'm sorry if I'm adapting to change quicker than some.
Can I not just enjoy you for the way you are for a bit?
Smirks.
Smirks back. Pretty soon you want me to stop calling you Little Spring.
I'll always be smaller.
Good. Especially when you're angry. He starts smirking as he's turning to walk off.
Don't make me slap you.
Hey, I'm in abject fear.
You
Hold
should
up his
be.
hand. I am.
It'll hurt.
Oh, I know it will. I am in abject
Good.
terror. No, I'm backing away.
Yeah.
No.
Walk away.
I will. No.
Keep walking. Go cry to Tira.
I will. I'll
Yeah.
cry out. I live in fear. I live in fear of the
Oh,
mighty Civ.
Tira, Siv's bullying me. No.
I mean, if you want me to tell her that,
Go ahead.
I will. The mighty warlord Civ has claimed her domain.
Smirks.
Grins back and chuckling as he's walking. Just try not to fall over next time as he's walking.
Watch out for the stairs. She turns and walks.
Auric is now triggered. He's like,
Always like,
oh.
roll me a no.
We'll be frenzy. How dare you? No, he'll just turn back and like have this sort of like expression as he's walking off to go see the alpha down by the log.
All right, you walk off. Sif disappears back inside the little hut thing that she has. Yeah, you make it. It's still a pretty long walk, but eventually you see her. She's sat there like she is on that stump, a little off the ground as it is, leaning over, elbows on knees, hands clasped in front of her mouth, and just staring out over Hackenholm in the distance.
Calmly walks and sits down on the log, like flicking his fur cloak down, as he's sitting down.
Ulrich?
Tear up. How's the view?
Wonderful as always.
I swear Civ is getting older day by day.
Oh, we all are.
Grin. Yeah. She saw something.
Did she now?
Down in the south. Wings. Said it moved fast, but she's pretty sure it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be better that you know. She sent some birds.
Thank you for letting me know.
Just nods. Is that anything we should be worried about?
I doubt it.
Do you want me to go check?
If I say no, you're going to check anyway, aren't you?
Probably. I gotta make sure that everything's alright down there and look for where the fuck that child has gone.
Child?
Saskia.
Oh. She was here.
She keeps wanting to go down there, not down to town.
Can you blame her?
No, I can't. I don't blame her, but she can't. She knows why, and she knows better.
She does.
But I'm not angry with her, but part of me wants to let her go in there and find out the truth, but that puts all of us at risk.
She said you had had that conversation with her.
I did.
So did I.
Well, then she has no excuse then, really, doesn't she?
No. No, she doesn't.
Look at us getting old and talking about kids and shit. Grins.
And how old are you exactly?
I'm getting there now, at least.
That doesn't answer the question.
What am I now, 60? 70?
My great, 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 great grand
Alright.
nephew is
Alright.
currently Jarl of that town.
Alright, Grandmom, alright. I see your point. I was making light of things.
You should know better not to bring a woman's age into this.
I'm just saying that sometimes a bit of humor can go a long way.
She smirks.
Do you know anything about muscle death?
She thinks for a minute. Can't say that I do. What do you mean muscle death? Like,
There's a ghoul down Helena has. She's been limping. I went and checked her leg out, and it feels as if the muscle is literally dying. She says she has her good days and her bad days, but it's always been there since she was young.
I mean, there are conditions.
It's not. I was just wondering if you ever seen it before.
I've seen things like you describe. You know, muscles not growing properly and like that, but I don't know anything about it.
It's not.
I was never one that did medicine.
It's nods. And how's Bjorn doing?
Comes in, comes out.
I notice you two don't talk.
He doesn't agree with things.
Well, I can't say I blame him, can I, after what we saw?
I did what I had to do.
Can't, like I said, I know you did, but I can't blame him.
I don't blame him.
Plus, there's those Tremere things that are out there.
He seems hell-bent on finding them all and killing them all.
I mean, I can't blame him for that either.
Neither can I.
We'll have to be careful with him. If he goes off, he could burn a village quickly. I might check on him later, see how he's doing.
She just nods.
But it might come better coming from you than me.
I know. I know.
Just nods when you're ready. I can take over if I can do it if you need me to.
I'll sort it.
Just nods once.
It's all my burden to bear.
Not just you. It's all of us together. Otherwise, there's no point.
It was my choice.
It was, but we supported you in it.
But you regret it.
Of course I do. It's a lot of people who died.
A lot of people saved.
True. Like I said, there are things that you decide and you have to live with. This is one of them.
I know.
So, none of the solo burdening. We all paid the price.
I wish I could see it, though. She looks out over the town again.
Can you go to any of the other villages?
No.
Do you know what's caused it?
No.
Right.
I am bound to these woods until my death.
Just nods once. Well, then, I don't know, then.
I stopped thinking about it a while ago.
And just nod. I also stopped thinking about a lot of things. And you just stand up very slowly.
And she just nods and carries on staring out over the town.
He doesn't say anything, he just keeps walking. He will yeah, fuck it. He won't go to the south yet. He'll start making his way into town. Going to do that favor for Reno himself.
Alright. You head to the town.
Yeah.
The town of Hackenholm. A little bigger than that, but that's the general idea. So you can make your way into town, buddy.
Yeah, he'll pop his hood up over his head as well. Keep himself indiscriminate as he's walking.
It's the middle of the night. There's a few bits of fire and stuff still burning, mainly embers at this point, but enough to light the way through the town. The main fire in the middle is kind of crackling down, starting to fall, mainly into the big pile of ash that it normally does. And where are you going?
He's going to look for his friend Thorum Wolfclaw since he's a merchant, and oils will probably be the easiest to access off of him.
All right. Thorum Wolfclaw. You can find him. His general area in which he stays when he's in town, that is, and not traveling.
Mm-hmm.
He's in one of the hot softs, the east side of town.
He'll also keep an eye out to see if anyone is watching him walking through.
Perception alertness.
Okay. Let me just double check what this perception alertness shit is. Six. Three successes. 899.
Did you walk through? You definitely get the impression, some people turn and look at you like, oh, who dare? There's about odd people still kind of cutting things down, taking things inside, kind of shutting up for the night.
Mm-hmm.
But you definitely get the sense that you're eyes are on you at the minute.
He'll keep walking, but then again, take a very casual look around. Keeps moving, but will turn a corner and waits to see. Can you hear footsteps?
How many successes did you get?
3.
With 3, yeah, you can hear some footsteps.
Yeah, he'll stop, and once the footsteps get closer, he'll just turn out essentially. So he's like the person is like facing him directly.
You turn out, and the first thing you're met with is a jump. Like, "Ugh!"
Aaron, why are you following me?
Ah, lilies. So he reaches on underneath his robe and pulls out lilies.
He just nods slowly and takes them. Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome.
Pockets them in his fur. Everything okay?
Yes, everything's fine.
All right,
Is there
go
something
on.
wrong?
No, I was just getting stuff for something else.
Ah, I hope you're up to no good. Mm-hmm.
That's my business. Says he's turning.
All right. I'm not intruding. Just asking.
He'll just grin over his shoulder. Civ says she needed you.
Oh, she did?
Mm-hmm. Needs help with the deer as he's walking.
The deer. Yes, the deer. Want this dude to have little baby deers. Yes. As he turns and starts walking off.
He just smirks to himself as he's walking, knocking on the door eventually, just shaking his head like fucking nut job.
And you knock on the door, and you hear somebody rolling over the cracking and breaking of straw. As you hear the kind of a slam on the ground, heavy feet landing on a wooden floor, pacing over. And you see opening the door is Thorm. He opens it. He's not wearing any clothes. He's like almost naked, apart from like the bit around his waist covering.
Oracle dropped the hood down. Thorum.
Ulrich.
I know it's late. Can I come in?
He kind of just rubs the right side of his face, like pulling at it. Ah, come in. Ay, fuck.
Steps in, closing the door, patting Thorm on the shoulder as well, like, sorry, buddy, as he's walking in.
Yeah, you walk in. You almost slam his shoulder, but he. Oh, what can I do for you at this late fucking hour?
Well, I was going to ask you 2 things. One, you got any of that oil, snake oil or any of that type of stuff?
That oil. I got lots of oil. I got oil. I got cooking oil. I got snake oil. I got
stuff for
plant
muscle cramp.
oil.
Stuff for muscle cramp.
Cramp?
Stuff for muscle pain.
Oh, fuck. I can take a look.
And what do you know about this caravan coming in?
Oh, hold on. I'll get the stuff first. He walks over to one of the curtains at the back and kind of brushes it out the way as you can hear him rambling and searching through the back. His little storeroom that he has attached to the side.
Yeah, Rick just like pitters and like wanders, like taking a look at a few things, but kind of just mainly stays where he is.
He comes back out with 2 vials and kind of looks into them. He's kind of like holding them at arm's length, like he's trying to read them properly. I got what is this? Nightshade oil.
Hmm.
I mean that'll fucking stop something.
Grin. Just give me the 2. I can pay if you need me to.
And this is I don't really know what this is. I bought it from an older woman. Hey, she said it's good for skin, so hey, why not? Ladies like that shit.
He'll take some gold out of his pouch and just hand them over as he's taking the vials.
Oh, look at you. He kind of bites down on it. Yeah.
Now, what do you know about this caravan coming in?
Oh, what do I know about this caravan? Hmm.
Mm.
Which one? There's lots of caravans coming in now,
The
making
one,
my business fucking difficult.
the one for the steward, and let me know which ones you need taken care of, old friend.
No, no. I like good competition. I ain't dirty.
Grins. The one for the steward. Apparently
Uh,
tonight.
let's do it. Oh, I'm coming in tonight. I heard about that. Big feast. Jarl is holding a big feast. To celebrate and share the wealth. You know, he is okay guy. A bit young, but if the boot fits,
Nods slowly.
just wants to make sure everybody's fed and has a good time. I can't blame him. I could use a good time.
Nod. Me too.
But hey, it's fuck.
Have you seen the wife, Saskia, around?
The wife.
Grin.
She not showing you a good time, Ulrich.
She's being like how women usually are, nagging in my ear.
Yeah, I haven't seen her.
Nods.
But everybody still believes she's married off to that Jarl down south.
Good. I could keep it that way.
Hey, I keep telling them that shit.
Good man. Tell me if you need any help with business. I'll make sure it goes nice and kosher for you.
I told you, I'm not dirty. I like good competition.
Neither am I. I'm just making sure the right villagers hear about the legendary, taps his shoulder, Thorum Wolfclaw.
You're goddamn fucking right.
Pats his shoulder. Thanks for the oil.
It's alright. But yeah, this caravan. Food and something else, I think.
Something else.
I got the I got a cheeky look at the little charter list. No, Stuart likes to know everything what's coming in and out, so nobody's trying to be sneaky.
And what's so good that's on the charter list?
There's nice things on the charter list. You know, it's you see some people trying to bring things in that won't sell. As I was marking down, I take fish to east. And not very good fishing waters, so I take fish. Good food, good sales, lots of honeys like the gold.
I bet.
But on this, it's meats. You know, a good game meats, dried, salted, and some trophies. I think.
Trophies.
Yeah.
Nod. Where's it coming from?
Oh, the south.
I see. Just nods to himself. I'll go check it out and make sure it gets in smoothly.
It's I think it's coming down the new path, the thin one.
He just nod to himself. All right. Well, that's me then. I better get going.
Hey, you do what you want. You pay me well enough. I'm not going to ask fucking questions.
Grins and slaps his shoulder. I'll see you at the feast then.
I hope so.
Maybe you can show me all the women you've been talking about as he's walking towards the door.
I don't need to show you. You fucking know about them.
Oh, of course I do. I know everything about my good buddy. The mighty Thorum Wolfclaw as he's opening the door.
By the gods, don't you fucking forget it.
He'll grin and wave as he's beginning to jog and heading towards the south.
And he shuts the door behind you as you leave. You begin jogging through the town. Well, you tell me, are you looking around? What's going on? What are you doing?
I'll begin to make my way through the town, heading for the south side, still keeping an eye out on who's watching me. Or if Aaron is suddenly appear going, you know what I mean? But keeping an eye out.
You make a run through. Roll me a perception of this real quick.
Okay.
Oh, that's not the right one. All right, you can see this. Yeah, so as you're walking through, you see. In fact, you see Helena. Or what do you think looks like Helena? You know, the long black robes, huddled up, just coming out of one of the huts, shutting the door behind her.
Skids to a halt. Even will walk his way up towards her.
And she shuts the hut behind her and turns. She sees you and smiles.
Hello.
Hello.
Fancy meeting you here.
Fancy meeting you here.
I was just in town.
And she holds her arm out.
You'll take it.
So, what have you been doing in town then?
I got something for your friend.
Friend?
Up in the hut.
Oh, you know.
She's having some leg trouble, so I got her some oil.
Yes.
We'll talk about that later.
Oh, okay.
I gave a look, and we'll talk about it later. Just nod.
I know about it.
Just nod. I got her some nightshade and some stuff for her skin as well. They passed the vials over into her hand.
And she looks at them. Thank you.
It might help at least, you know. You give her a gentle smile.
Thank you.
And for you, my ladies, he'll pull out of his fur and he'll put the lily right in her hair.
And she smiles. Lilies?
Your favorite.
She, not clings on, but like squeezes his arm a bit.
You been doing okay today?
Yeah.
Nod. Reno said you had a package.
I did.
Everything. What was the package, if you don't mind me asking?
Some spices and smelling oils and herbs. Some's from some that don't grow around these parts.
Exotic. Well, I'm glad you're happy with them.
Yes, why wouldn't I be?
You just don't seem very happy. You grin.
It's nothing.
He'll pull her aside so they kind of stop like in between one of the huts and like turn to her. What's wrong?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Okay.
Roll me a perception empathy.
Yeah, that's why he's saying okay very softly. And then I was about to ask, I was going to like can I roll that perception empathy? 4. Yeah, no, actually 5 successes.
Alright, let's see if she can do this.
It's a damn fucking good roll. Hot diggity dog.
You know what? She's not even going to contest this. You can see the eyes dart to the left.
We follow her gaze almost immediately.
You know, she's looking to the left.
You turn slowly.
She looks back at you.
Something's wrong. What's up?
What do you mean?
You're getting twitchy again.
Ulrich, I'm fine.
Okay. Takes her hand. I'm just worried.
I know. I know.
I'm allowed to be worried.
I never said you weren't.
A little small smile. Plus, you do the most adorable face when you figure out that when you see I'm worried.
Come now, we best get back.
I have to go south.
We have to go south?
He'll lean down, so it just looks like he's like leaning against her. We saw something. Civ saw something.
So what exactly?
Wings.
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 But it's been so long.
I know, and that's where the Jarl's caravan is coming from.
She nods.
I better go south. Make sure. The town needs this.
Yes. Just, please. She squeezes your hand. Be careful.
You plant a very delicate kiss on her cheek. I'm always careful.
You say that.
Have you, don't I?
Blinks.
What? I have you to come back to. Of course I'm going to be careful.
Yeah, she's. The smile where she's not trying to smile too wide. You can see she's holding it in.
Do me a favor and keep an eye out for Saskia for me. I haven't seen her all day.
All right.
I'm worried about her going in here.
She's not becoming to the town.
It's not. Okay. It's just... It's nothing.
All right.
I'll tell you later. I just... Yeah.
Okay. It's fine.
Just gives her a grin. I'll be back. Gives her hand a squeeze.
She squeezes back and nods.
And yeah, he'll plant another little delicate kiss in her cheek, and then we'll let go eventually, and we'll begin to jog off and heading south.
All right, she begins to walk off back towards the hut. You begin heading south. Do you go follow the path, or do you go through the woods?
I will go through the woods. I will actually spend the blood to shift into an owl, Tom, and begin to fly overhead.
Well, would you look at that? All right, so you're flying.
Mm-hmm.
So from a bird's eye view, you can see the small, thin trail, a bit of clearing in the woods. This one of the more newer ones, it's kind of just opened up a thin pathway over a few brooks that go through the woods itself. You can follow it pretty easily. The tree line where it just thins out, almost cutting through the left half of the woods. It's nothing major, but it's a path nonetheless. It's away from the deep south, very very far south to come up to the north. As you fly for a little bit, you can cover enough ground. You've got plenty of speed. You can see off in the distance like a small little caravan walking on this path. A few horses, a few donkeys, should I say.
He'll probably swoop down and probably land in the tree as the caravan's coming up, so he can just basically see it as well. So he'll swoop down into the trees.
As you
just plant himself on the branch.
You swoop down to the trees. You latch onto a branch.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
do that.
lunch
And
on.
you can see there's a fairly stocky man, a few tattoos and such. He's leading the caravan. He's got the lead donkey. The packs on their backs, like pretty hefty. These are quite a few. There's three of them in a line, all tied together. You can see there's him at the front who's leading. Two people kind of walking at the side, backpacks on. There's another three at the back. They've got like swords and a bit of gear on them. Obviously, the guards.
He'll just
Yeah.
he'll just watch, looking around the surrounding area, but keeping an eye on it, just keeping an eye out and everything.
You see the guy, one of the guards, the backpacks, kind of look up at you.
The owl, he gets this stare from the owl.
He kind of smiles a bit. Calls over his friend. It's like, hey, it's looking right at me.
Ooh. Do you know what I mean? Stare.
The two men with the backpack look kind of smile to themselves and trudge along.
Yeah, Orc just stares at them, as he kind of flies up a bit more and flies ahead and plants himself on another branch and makes it look like basically turns his back when kind of pecking at his feathers and all that. It's that type of thing, being inconspicuous as he can.
Oh, totally. It takes a while. They aren't moving particularly quick. It's like they're being quite cautious on this path not being the most stable. It goes quite along some some brook banks, and there's some steep declines and inclines. But they after a little bit as you've flown and you wait up ahead, the guy with the backpack looks up at you again, kind of raises an eyebrow.
Or he just plops down onto the floor bed, like trying to peck at the ground, making it look like he's looking for mice and stuff like that.
He really stares at you.
I will look up at him as he's trotting along and flies back up overhead. You know what I mean? He's looking like he's trying to hunt and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But he's just flying back up overhead.
The with your super owl hearing, he turns. You can hear him turn to his friend. He's like, "Oh, I had never seen an owl do something like that before. It's weird, acting like a crow or something."
Fucking owls.
He's like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine. Keep moving. Gotta get all this shit to that fucking town." All right. Yeah, they trudge on.
What Rourke will do now is he will fly behind them. Like, keep flying, and he lands behind them, and he will land behind the tree and morph back to himself. So he's back in human form. And we'll just watch the road, essentially.
Perception alertness.
Okay. Oh, I rolled too many. Oops. Road. 1.
You just catch it. You didn't catch it at first, but when you morphed back and you kind of looked around, you see somebody stood there. They saw you do that.
They all did? Which one?
No, somebody else. I figure you can't really see them, more of a silhouette at this point, but someone definitely saw you.
Oh, he draws that axe, like just slides out. He stares, waiting to see does it run or not.
Kind of takes a step forward. You can tell it's a woman.
Doesn't move. Yeah, doesn't.
Woman. She walks forward a bit.
Crouches down, watching. Keeping the axe not drawn, but like it's drawn, but it's kind of buried low in the grass, so she doesn't initially see it. He just will wait, staring.
She walks forward, coming more into view. You can see she's pretty light on the ground. She's wearing clothes, but you can see like there's a bit of something under there. Like armor, padding. She kind of cocks her head and looks at you. You can see clearly those eyes looking at you, the green eyes. That white hair kind of thrown back, a bit of a scarring over her left eye. That was a cool trick.
What was?
Kind of smiles a bit. That.
Mm. And either you're very brave to walk up from someone who can do that, or very foolish.
So it did actually happen.
I don't know. Men do see a lot of weird things at night.
You always been able to do that?
I haven't been able to do anything. Just taking a piss.
Right.
Yeah.
You with the caravan up ahead?
Are you?
No.
Then who are you?
Just taking a piss.
Right. Let's just say I'm keeping Overwatch.
Um,
You?
See, I have heard about things in these woods. Stories.
Wow. I'm glad you hear stories.
Watchers.
He's gonna sniff her, Tom.
You could definitely try and sniff her.
He's sniff the air. He's looking for that you know that human smell, that alive smell. I'm assuming what do I roll to do that? Survival, I think. Oh no, I've lost Tom.
Give me a sec.
No.
Alright, I'm back. That what are you trying to roll again?
I'm trying to sniff her out. I'm trying to get that sense if this person is alive or not.
All right, it is. Trying to sniff it out. I'd say perception awareness.
Okay.
You're trying to sniff rather than see.
Okay. One success.
She smells alive.
And why are you here when the caravan's here?
Oh, like you said, just taking a piss. Can't hold it in as long as you guys, but gotta go sometime.
Right. I'm going to give you another sentence before I do what I need to do. Why are you here?
She just stares at you, smiles.
Just stand up so she can see the axe this time, like to his full height.
Ah, there it is. So you're threatening me now?
I'm making a statement. You
Sounds
come
an
out,
awful lot like a threat.
consider what you will. It's a warning.
Warning.
Yeah. That caravan goes to that town. That town is my territory.
I said I was going to stop it. I've got no interest in the caravan.
And what you got an interest in then, girl?
Please. I was interested in these woods. She kind of just like rubs the side of the tree slightly.
Growl. My woods.
Oh, so the stories are true.
You have no idea. And if you keep talking the way you think you're talking, you'll find out.
Wow. Stories told. Watchers in the woods. Group of people that live out in the woods. Keeping all manner of beasts at bay.
And why do you care?
So I like stories.
And what's your name?
What's yours?
I asked first.
Did, but no, I'm asking.
Yeah, he bares his teeth.
Oh. Getting mad?
Getting impatient. With a person who's trying to dance when they have no room to dance.
I've got plenty of room.
Not in my woods.
So it is true.
There's one thing you need to know if you want to come in here, you pay tribute.
I never said I was
Power.
coming in.
Law. You're already in.
Really?
Yeah.
Takes a step to the side. How about now?
I don't got time for games.
My. So, what's the name?
What's yours? Girl.
I'm just a girl.
I'm just a man.
But which one, though?
And which one are you?
Because I don't think you're too aggressive to be the big guy.
I am the big guy.
What about the other one then?
Other one?
The Watchers in the Woods.
I
Stories
can't
go far.
go in, find out.
You see, I'm not that stupid.
No, but you're trying my patience.
She grins. Trying, maybe not the word I'd use, but patient. Them eyes, look at that. Positively wild.
Tired of this. You look over towards the caravan.
Well, fine, go on, walk away. I'm not coming in. That I can't promise you.
And why are you here?
So I wouldn't see if the stories were true.
And if you know the stories are true, do you know what the Watchers in the Woods do with the people who try to tell the stories?
Gonna have to catch me first.
I could do that.
Really?
Like I said, this is my woods.
Come on then, big boy. She starts jogging backwards.
There's a growl. Why'd you want me to catch you?
Well, you want to prove you're a big bad wolf?
Please. You want to run off like a little frightened pup. How do I know you're not leading me down a path?
She kind of stops as she gets far enough away. She's still, on her toes. You can see that. You don't, but you don't have to chase. I got everything I needed.
I see you again. I'm not being so nice.
This was you being nice.
Yeah.
Well, the story's all you're all a grumpy lad anyway.
Which one are you then?
What?
The girl needs a name.
No, she doesn't.
I mean, I would tell you mine, but you want to keep dancing.
I already know yours.
What's my name?
She's grins, that half grin. You can see the look in her eye. It's devilishly playful. Oh, Rick.
Claws pop.
Did I get it right?
How do you know my name?
Stories travel far.
You one of them?
Wanna who? I'm
The
just
ones
a
that
girl.
I'm a girl. Well, then, girl, get the fuck out of my woods. Or I'll kill you.
You can try.
Oh, I will. I've killed much bigger and badder things than you.
I don't doubt it. Don't doubt it at all. Oh, Rick.
So either step the fuck up or back the fuck off.
Please.
What's wrong? Afraid?
Afraid? Scared. I wouldn't come this far if I was scared, and I wouldn't walk all over your woods just to get a good look at you. And oh, did I get a good look? She looks down at the claws.
fuck it. Yeah, he moves. He starts running at her because
All right.
he tried his patience. You know what I mean?
She grins as you start running. Yeah, she starts running as well. So you're gonna have to try and catch her up.
He'll spend 2 points of blood into his dex.
Wonderful. She's going to spend something into something.
Something into something.
Yep.
Something. So that's 8 dice now.
So it's Dex Athletics, obviously.
Ow. 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
She gets this many dice. And so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. But she spent into this, so she gets this plus this.
Cheeky bitch.
Plus this. All right, so she gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Gee, that's
9.
It's a shitload more than me. That's all I need to say.
12, 13, 14, 15 successes. Naturally, I mean, you can guess what she activated.
Yeah.
However, Ulrich, you saw this woman was there. She was dancing, you know. She was on her toes. She was waiting for this. And that grin appears on her face. You start running forward, you know. With all that strength and speed, your body propels forward. She almost just disappears
I imagine the claws go through the fucking tree, you know, like, you know what I mean? Like, slam.
She disappears in a blur.
Glares, looking around.
And you see over in the distance, way down, way down the path. She's leaning up a tree, and what gets your attention? She whistles like 2 fingers in their mouth and blows a loud whistle. You turn and look at her, and she's leaning against a tree, and you just see the tiniest silhouette in the distance just waving.
Coward, you'll hear him call out.
She turns. You see it turn. It starts walking off down the path.
He'll retract in his claws. And Tom, he's gonna be a bit cheeky because animalism is a hell of a drug. We'll roll that charisma survival for animalism 2.
All right.
Choose 3 successes to summon crows. So he lets out this loud screeching, like, you know, crow sound, essentially.
Yep.
I'm assuming some crows are coming.
Oh yeah, you get 4 crows.
He'll extend his hand for one to land down on him.
He'll look at 3 stand up in the tree above you.
He'll look at the one, staring right into its eyes, and he'll say in animalism, "The girl with silver hair, white. Follow. Tell me where. Come back. It's very fast. Follow."
You know, it like and starts flying off.
You turn and glare, and then run after the caravan. Imagine with his dex 6/6, he's quite fucking fast.
Oh yeah, you run after the caravan, and it's still there. You can see it off in the distance, trundling along. You know, it's not made much headway. It's slow moving. Like I said, they're being extra careful on this path. It's not a massive path. It's not thick. It's pretty treacherous, but it's not the most stable. They're well beaten of paths, especially around here. But they eventually stop getting closer. You know, you can hear the man in shout, "Yeah, in the distance!" You know, as he points towards the town.
Oracle will look a bit more relieved then that they're actually making towards town. Seemingly troubled though that fucking woman was there.
Yeah. And you're gonna follow them for the rest of the night?
I'll probably follow them up till they get to the town, and then we'll begin to haul ass back to Helena, like sprinting full speed through those woods.
All right, they get to the border of the town, the clearing in the woods, and eventually you see the men with the swords. They kind of they let out a breath, like they were expecting something. They were cautious as fuck and kind of relaxed as they get out the woods. They can trundling down back into the town. Yeah, I guess you bolt to Helena.
Yeah, full speed. All of that deck six.
So you make it there. You're at the hut.
Opens the door, probably with some level of speed. You know what I mean? Just could come straight in.
Oh, are we doing this again, Tony?
If you want me to break the door off, I will do it
I,
again.
I want you to roll your strength. You know what? Strength brawl. We're brawling the door. Flat strength. That'd be fine. All right,
Yeah,
that's fine. You throw open the door. Luckily, you didn't succeed, so it kind of bashes against the back. The hinges kind of fly open. You hear them creaking. Yeah, the sheer stress and force kind of like and slam. As you run in, Helena jolts to the side, like looking at you. As I find her picture because I can't find it where to go. Fuck. Oh, the shit, there it is. He turns, looks at you. Is everything all right?
Someone in the woods.
Who?
Girl. She knows what we are, and she knows my name, and she moves like a fucking demon. Speed. She was by the caravan.
Oh. Yes, all right.
She knew my name. Said stories.
She just nods. We'll tell the others.
Give me a second. You know what? He's gonna let out one of these yells out in animalism, like that crow noise, essentially, like screeching up in the air. You know what I mean? Like it's basically like like an alert signal, essentially, for all the gangrel to emerge at her house, essentially.
Yep.
I'm sending the bat signal from Helena's, so he'll wait and he'll turn and look at Helena. I have a bird following her. We'll see what happens, but she knew who we were. She knew who I was. She was waiting. She didn't attack. She seemed almost excited and wanted me to follow her.
Oh.
I had never seen anything move that fast.
All right. It'll be fine. And as everybody begins coming out the woodworks, essentially, you see the figures, silhouettes coming through the woods. It is there we shall end this scene.